Salvete omnes, I'm Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and we're finally back to Mega Man 7 after such an unreasonably long hiatus. At the risk of taking up too much time in the video, I'll explain more about the situation in the description. But for now, it's time for what I think is one of the more creative, interesting, and fun stages in this game. Yeah, we finished our spring cleaning, and now we have to visit a rather shady character. Time to go after Shade Man. And there's a little Easter egg you can do at this stage, where if you hold down the B button while you're selecting it, you get different music. That fanfare instead of the normal one, and music from the first level of Ghosts and Goblins instead of the regular stage music. I actually played one level of Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah, kind of a nice effect with the moon in the background there, clouds covering it. These guys, we'll see more of them. Shade Man's stage is basically like a haunted graveyard, house, castle kind of thing. Depending on where the zombies spawn in this room, you can either go through it amazingly quickly and easily, or it can take a little more time than that. The amusing thing with the zombie robots is they can self-destruct, like that. Run into a wall. Sometimes they just spontaneously do it. So, as you'd imagine from such a stage, Shade Man's stage has a lot of enemies themed after things like vampires, werewolves, and zombies. And these things, which are like walking armor helmets. It's easy to tell which ones are fake and which ones are just part of the background, because it's the third one and then every other one after that, and that's the only room they appear in, so not much of a threat, those. Although you can't shoot them until their eyes open. These guys, we saw one of them at the beginning of the stage. If they actually manage to hit you with that little bullet they shoot, they mock you for it. They'll dance back and forth laughing and moon you. And basically, since they're not shooting during that time, though, it hurts them more than it does you, because that's a great time to shoot them some more. Now, what would a haunted castle be without bats? It's Batantons again. These things, I don't think they actually kill you if they smash you between themselves and the floor, but they can drag you up into those spikes there, and that goes about as well as you might expect from spikes in a Mega Man game. Now it's time for the mid-boss, which is a giant robotic bouncing pumpkin. There are actually two ways to attack this thing. You can either shoot the little pumpkin there, or you can shoot the eyes on the shell, and I am bad at dodging that version of his attack, or its. I don't know what it is. Oh, and he does it again. And that actually determines which path you get in this stage. If you kill it by destroying the outside, then you go to the right. If you kill it by destroying the inside, then you go down. And obviously I'm starting out with the right path. Don't worry, I'll take the other one soon enough, but for now, yeah, we're going that-a-way. If you really want to get rid of this thing quickly, you can use the Thunderbolt, since that only takes like 6 to 8 shots to defeat the thing with. But I'm just using the Buster, since this is not a Wily stage. And more self-destructing zombie robots, but that one apparently just dropped an arm, because I guess that wall wasn't firm enough. Now these guys are not all that threatening right now. They can charge at you while you're not expecting it, and they can actually jump over high places in the ground. And also that one up, if you want it, you need the Rush Jet. The Rush Coil can't reach that high, but I don't actually need that. I think I have 9 lives already. The thing about these guys, though, is, well, we'll find out soon enough. Ah, I missed both of the bolts. Ah, it's a werewolf, and it has a color scheme suspiciously similar to that of the enemies I just fought. And it takes a lot of shots to destroy. Oh, hello. Yeah, these guys are actually werewolves. If the full moon is out, then they turn into a wolf. As you can see right now. Arrgh! Yeah, I had to hang around in this room just to show the transformation sequence. That's actually the only two... those two are actually the only ones that'll ever turn into wolves, because everywhere else in the stage, well, I mean, they require a full moon out, and everywhere else in the stage either doesn't have them or doesn't have the moon, so stands to reason. Now, this portrait of Dr. Wily is where we'll find the other item, or not the other one, the first item in the stage, the one along this pathway, and naturally they want you to use the rush search to get it. At least they give you a little bit of a clue with the picture of Dr. Wily, but I probably would not if I could figure that out myself anyway. I mean, it's a Mega Man game. I'm supposed to be surprised that there's a picture of Dr. Wily in the background. And you respawned, didn't you? You get the Energy Balancer, which first appeared in Mega Man 6 and has pretty much been a staple of the series ever since. Basically, what it does is, well, normally when you have a special weapon and you want to fill up its energy, you have to actually have that weapon selected. Yeah, this stage has been missing shooting to the music so far. With the Energy Balancer, as I was saying, if you just have the Buster selected, or your current special weapon is full, then it'll give the energy to whatever weapon needs the most. So it's rather convenient. And that, you can see, is where the paths meet up. Yeah, you basically get a choice of two possible second halves of the stage. I was careless. Oh, hello, Base. I didn't realize you were here. I feel so stupid to have been defeated so easily. Maybe I should give up and leave Wily to you. No, we are a team. Dr. Light will be glad to fix you up. Thanks. I'm glad that I have a friend like you. Mega Man? You don't really know that much about this robot, and he made his introduction by shooting at you? Don't you think that it might be a bit of a bad idea to allow him to be inside Dr. Light's laboratory? Just saying. But anyway, it's time for Shade Man. And he is based off a vampire. Kind of a unique design. He's like a lot of bosses in this game. Not too difficult, but pretty fun to fight. His first attack is where he flies around like that and tries to swoop down on you, and he almost got me that time. If he actually does manage to grab you, then he starts sucking your life bar away and using it to refill his own. Once he comes all the way down to the ground, he does this. And epic dodge maneuver successful! Yeah, he has a noise crush, which is basically sound waves that'll damage you. And he has the other thing, which is a beam that he shoots out of his eyes that'll turn you into stone if you get hit by it. I don't plan on getting hit by it, or I'd show off what it does, but... well, that's what it does. Sets you up to get hit by a noise crush. As you can see, he shoots a noise crush at the wall, and then when it reflects back to him, he can shoot out another one that's bigger and... ow! And sucks your blood. I was not paying attention there. I find that the best way to deal with that attack is to stay directly underneath him, because then he doesn't swoop as far. You know, if you're on the other side of the screen, he can go all the way across. That was not one of the shorter battles with Shade Man I've had, but whatever, it worked. 28! 28 health bars lost! And we get the power of purple and green. Rather similar to the colors of the Wild Coil, I guess it would be, but the purple isn't, but they're a little more bluish this time. The noise crush generates a powerful sound wave, doesn't it? Yes, and you can amplify the wave by absorbing the reflected wave with your body. Basically, we do what Shade Man does, although Mega Man's noise crush is shaped differently. You get noise crush. You shoot the thing at a wall, and if it hits the wall, it'll reflect, and if it comes back to you, then you can shoot out another one that's bigger and more powerful. It doesn't cost any more weapon energy to do that either. Okay, what is my computer doing? Sorry about that. Anyway, about that other path in Shade Man's stage. Let's take it, shall we? See what's on it. And yeah, I know I could start off from the mid-boss, but Shade Man has my favorite stage music in the game, and I don't want to miss out on any of it. So, the stage is just kind of cool anyway. Of course, I might want to rush through this first... and yeah, now the zombies are right in my way. Several of them, too. Ow. Like I said, if you have bad luck with that room, be prepared to start off the rest of the level with only 24 health or so. I still want the bolts. Same story as before. Same song, second verse. Ow. Well, now you get to see what those guys do when they hit you. And that's the last one, and back to the area with the bats and the spikes. Whoa! I don't know what those things do if they hit you, but I don't plan on finding out, so probably just want to slide off this third one. That was the sound of the energy balancer filling up another weapon. So now we fight the pumpkin again, and this time we're aiming for the middle, which I've noticed is generally easier to hit than the outside, but it has a nasty habit of doing that. Basically making my charge shots bounce off one of the areas around it. You really have to be fairly precise with your aim with the charge shots. Although I think the middle actually takes fewer hits to destroy than the outside. Yeah, if I could have landed every one of those charge shots, the thing would be done with by now. Yeah, like that. Ow, and I get hit by it as it's dying. Now we get to see it blow up in a slightly different way. And it opens up that path instead. Hello, Sniper Joe. You suck. And what's this? A false wall and another door. Secret door. Proto Man? Is that you? Why, yes it is. So, brother, you are not as weak as I thought. And we have boss music in the room, that's not good. Let's see which of us Father made stronger. And now we're fighting Proto Man. And, by the way, I suck at fighting him. Case in point. I think there's actually something you can do where you can lock him into a pattern by using charge shots on him, or something, but I don't know how to do it. Dang it, he does all his attacks so darn quickly, one right after another, that if I don't get hit by one, I'll get hit by the next one. I guess the farther away I am from him, the more time I have to see coming whatever he's gonna do. Maybe that's it. Use charge shots on him while he's doing this. Doesn't help that he doesn't have a life bar. Ow. Ow. Dang you, Proto Man. Whoa. Aw, crap. Yeah, that guy's harder than the real boss of this stage. Go figure. Okay, well, let's just use this Thunderbolt on the pumpkin to get it out of the way quicker. Get to see what it does to him. To it. Well, I got 4 shots in on the thing. Oh yeah, that reflects Thunderbolt shots too. Come on, die. Thank you. Guess while I'm at it, I can show off what the Noise Crush does. Too bad I don't have any enemies around to use it on. Whoops. And I don't have any more health than I did last time. Okay, now I do. That helps. Thank you, Sniper Joe. Okay, do I have to sit through the dialogue again? Yes I do. Apparently this and that time you were the stronger one, Proto Man. Like, seriously, every one of this guy's attacks is annoying. Except maybe that one, which is fairly easy to dodge. I don't know how much health that charge shot takes off you, but I don't plan on finding out. Yeah, come on, just keep doing this. And slow down. I wish this guy had a health bar. Of course, I suppose then I might get careless once he's down to just a few bars. And that time it almost got me, but we beat him. Maybe you are the superior model, Mega Man. Here, take this with you. This is your proto shield. You can't give this to me. It's okay, take it. And watch your back. Rather ominous, aren't we, Proto Man? And we get the proto shield. You get proto shield, yes we do. And now we can select it. It's not really a special weapon since it doesn't use up energy, but when Mega Man's standing still and he has the shield on, then shots that things that come at him from the front, at least projectiles, will just bounce off. I've never really gotten much use out of the thing, honestly. But, hey, I had to show it off, and there's the whole completion aspect, so... Now let's continue with Shademan's alternate path. Or regular path, depending on which one you consider is... Well, you know what I mean. I don't actually need that since my health bar is full. I need that since I lost a life to Proto Man. Now this room, well, you've seen all you need to know. It's almost completely dark and you can't see the platforms under you, so since there are spikes on there, that's not a good thing. Now there are basically 4 ways to go about this. You can either just jump randomly and hope you land on something that isn't spikes. You can actually memorize the place beforehand. Or you can use one of 2 special weapons. If you want to use the Thunderbolt, then you'll be able to light up the room for a brief period of time while the Thunderbolt is on screen. And you can also use the Scorch Wheel to light the torches, and then the room stays lit. At least it does as long as... I don't know how far off screen the torch has to be before the room is no longer light, but it doesn't really matter, because one of them is usually enough to do the job anyway. And now we have kind of a shooting gallery. Zombie robots drop out of the windows, and we have to shoot them. Or let them walk off the platform. Hope you got a good trigger finger, because it's time for some button mashing. And in some cases, just avoiding the things, because you can't shoot them fast enough. You would be tempted to grab the bolts that the zombies often drop, but I find that doing that tends to get me hit more often than not. And yeah, of course, the boarded up window isn't going to stay like that for long. Because, yeah, the bolts, as you can see, don't interact with the platform like the zombies do. And we're back to where the paths meet up. No base this time. I love Shademan's music. It's right up my alley, that kind of dark yet upbeat music that I like. End of Shademan stage. About 3 things I was sure. First, Shademan was a vampire. Second, there was a part of him, and I didn't know how dominant that part might be, that thirsted for my health bar. And third, I unconditionally and irrevocably kicked his butt. And we only have 1 Robot Master left. And it's everybody's least favorite, but we'll get to that when we get to it. For now, 7 out of 8 Robot Masters done, and we're finished with Shademan's stage. We got all the items. So, that's the end of this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.